Art Lewis Show here on WSGW. Today we're going to talk about the Bay County Library System and libraries in general with the director of the system, and we welcome to the program Kirsten Wellnitz. Good morning.
Well, good morning. Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, it's all right. Thanks for being with us. And of course, Trish Burns, the previous director, retired in August, and you took the helm when?
September 1st.
But you've been there a while.
I have. I've been there over 15 years. I've managed every single branch and the bookmobile in the system in my 15 years there.
Well, that's good then. You got a taste of everything. Huh?
I sure do.
And you were in Saginaw for a while. So was Trish, right?
Yep. I was at the Zoll Library for about 7 years. I was in the reference department as their teen librarian there.
Okay. Since you're a reference librarian, in the old days, before these phones, internet, and all that stuff, if I wanted an obscure piece of information, I could call the library, get a hold of a reference librarian, ask the question, they'd do the research in their stacks, and either give me the answer or call me back with the answer.
Correct.
Then the internet came along. Does research librarians still exist?
Why, yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have all sorts of calls every day asking for information, whether we need to look it up online or in a database or in a book. It's amazing. Specifically with going back into the archives, like genealogy, newspaper articles, things like that, we get a lot of questions on a regular basis.
The other question that arises in this day and age of electronics, electronic readers, and all of that stuff, are libraries still viable? Obviously, the answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
We are the only place that you can go to that you don't have to pay to be there. You can just go and be. We still have over 20,000 people that use our computers every year.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm. So everyone said the internet was going to be the death of libraries. Nope, we are still...
It's a savior.
So many people, they come in for various reasons to use the internet, also to print, because how often do you find yourself needing to print something and you ran out of ink and you don't want to go and pay, the $50 to get a new ink cartridge. So we can even print wirelessly. So if you have it on your phone, you don't even have to log into a computer to print. You can just do it right from your device.
Now, is there a cost for that service?
It's 15 cents a page for black and white, and if you wanted color, it's 50 cents. And that's just to pay for the cost of the ink.
Yeah. So the libraries typically have been a free service.
Yes.
I want a book, I can go in, borrow the book, read the book, bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
How are the libraries funded?
About 84% of our funding comes from millage. So that is, actually we have a millage coming up in November, and it'll just be a renewal, and hopefully for 6 years. That's what the last one was.
That's refreshing. A renewal with no increase?
Yes, no.
This day and age, that's very refreshing.
No increases. It'll just be a renewal. So that's about 84% of our budget. Penal fines, that is...
You still get traffic ticket fines, right?
Yep, and now that they have the hands-free, so if they catch you on your phone, they can write you a ticket for that, and that kind of goes towards that as well. And then state aid, we get money from state aid and then some other funding resources, but the millage is the big one.
So how big is the Bay County Library System? How many branches are there?
We have 4 branches. So downtown Bay City is the Alice and Jack Wirt Library. That's the biggest branch. And then across the river is Sage Library, which, fun fact, is the oldest continuously run library in the state of Michigan.
Really?
Yes, it was built in 1884 by a lumber baron named Henry Sage. So that is a very unique building. If you've never been, I highly recommend you stop in. We do get a lot of people that come in just to see the historical aspects of it.
Which is interesting, because if somebody asked me where's the oldest library, I probably would have said Detroit.
Yeah. Well, it's the oldest continuously run.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Continuously run.
Yeah, so that's kind of a fun fact. We also have a branch in Auburn, which is right across the street there from Western High School, and then up in Pinconning, right in the downtown area. And we also have a bookmobile, which goes around, it has 45 stops a month and goes all over the county to daycare, schools, assisted living, at all sorts of places throughout the county.
So let's talk about some of the unique services the library offers. Borrowing books is not one of them. That's what a library does.
Yep.
But what are some of the unique services we don't often think about that you do at the library?
Yeah, well, we have study rooms, so people can come in and they could use a room to study or have a small group, or if they need to do a Zoom call. We also have, obviously, the internet, Wi-Fi, computers, and databases where you can do research. We have movies. You can check out movies. We have books on CD still, and then also downloadable books, whether it's audiobooks or ebooks, and also movies that you can download to your devices. We have a library of things, which is newer in the last couple years. So you can check out a metal detector if you want to check your yard first before you put up a big tent for a graduation party. You can see where all the lines are, or it has a car diagnostic scanner that you can check out to see what's going on with your vehicle. Also a moisture meter that you could check out. So things that you might not want to pay for that you just need one time that you could get.
You have a car diagnostic computer that I can plug into my
You sure do.
OBD port, whatever it is,
Yep, we sure do.
No kidding.
Yeah, so just those things like a graphing calculator, which those can be quite costly, but you might need it just for one project. We also have a memory lab.
I was just going to ask you, I just pulled that up online because I saw that in your list of services, and I'm going, memory lab, what's that about?
Yeah, so you know the old cameras that you would take videos of and they're on the cassettes, we have a converter so you can convert those to a digital format.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah, so and we also have in our memory lab some of the devices that you can take home to use as well, or we have the lab at the library.
So what is the requirements for citizenship in Bay County? Is it exclusive to Bay County residents?
To check out these items? Yes, for the certain special collections, you do have to be a Bay County resident to get. But you can be outside of Bay County to get a library card. It just kind of limits the items that you can check out.
Can you use the memory lab?
Yep, anyone can come in to use the memory lab, whether you're a Bay County resident or not.
Wow.
Yeah, but the library things, items, you do have to live in Bay County.
You're going to check out, you got to
Yeah.
live there,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
What kind of services are online?
Online, we have Hoopla, which you can download movies, audiobooks, ebooks, music.
You do that under your library card then?
Yes, you sure can. Yep, you log in with your library card. And then we have Libby, which is all ebooks. And we just joined a resource lending agreement with different libraries through the state of Michigan with Libby. So now you can access several different libraries' collections as well. So we just kind of expanded the horizons even more.
Because there is a sort of a regional consortium of libraries, isn't there?
Yep, yep. Also online we have different databases. So if you wanted to learn a new language, we have Mango Languages where you can learn several different languages. We also have testing databases. So if you're testing for the GED, SAT, ACT, for different certification tests like the NCLEX if you're going to be a nurse, different things like that where you can do those practice tests online.
Wow. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. We're talking to Kirsten Walnut. She is the director of the Bay County Library System. Let me take a moment to ask how you slept last night, because today we're asked to do more for less. So when you go to bed, and in theory you spend a third of your life there, you need quality sleep, and you can get it with a quality mattress from Sanitary Mattress. Now, you can visit all the so-called sleep stores, or you can rest assured your mattress is manufactured right here in the Great Lakes Bay region to your specifications. Your time in bed may be cut short by today's demanding world, but you can still get a great night's sleep on a Sanitary Mattress. They feature 1-hour delivery window of your mattress to your home. And by the way, if you have an RV or a boat, Sanitary Mattress will custom make a mattress for you. That's something the box stores can't do. Visit the Sanitary Mattress Factory and Showroom at 5343 Janes Road in Saginaw, just east of the Harry Brown Airport. Visit them online at sanitarymattress.com or call them at 989-753-1757. Sanitary Mattress, serving the Great Lakes Bay region since 1935.
Rocket Grab
All right, I'm in dangerous territory with my guest here, Kirsten Wellness, Director of the Bay County Libraries, because apparently she has a very good memory.
Oh, no.
We were just talking about some things that I had done with the library in the past, and she remembered one I forgot. So anyway, as I told her, I reserved myself one really tough question per guest, but it's more philosophical. You have a children's department,
Yes, we do.
and you have lots of books on your shelves. There's been a lot of controversy about libraries and some of the books that are on shelves. How do you choose what goes on your shelf? Is it done by committee? Is it a single person? What's the routine?
Yep. Nope. Each branch chooses books for their library and their department. So we have children's librarians that are in the children's departments, and we have different resources that they look at to choose books to include. If they have been reviewed by different sources, so they look to see something that's been highly reviewed. And the biggest thing is the community. What does the community want? What are they coming in and asking for? And each community is different, especially with the county library. Someone in Pinconning, they're looking for different books than downtown Bay City.
When you started out, you said that each branch chooses. Is there central guidance? These won't fly. These will.
No, it's just, again, based on what the community is asking for, what has been highly reviewed, and these sources that we look at before we order. They're like the school library journal, the library journal, Kirkus. There's several different resources that librarians have to look at to see what would be good to be included on the shelves.
Has any of the controversy hit you at all?
Knock on wood, not like it has in other parts of the state and the country. But yes, we don't play the role of parents, so it is up to the parents to watch what their kids are checking out. So we're a little different from schools that way.
I was hoping you'd go there.
Yeah.
Really and truly, because I think that's an important distinction. You're there to put books on shelves. Parents should decide what their youngster can and cannot read.
Yes. And no one should tell a parent what their child can or cannot read. So it's the power of the parent, and it is up for them to decide, but not to decide what's okay for another child to read.
Do you work with schools at all?
Yes, we do. Yep, we love it when we can get into the schools, whether it's school visits, us going to them coming to us. So our children's librarians are very actively involved with the schools.
So you've been in library science for a long time now.
Yep.
We're not going to give away your age.
Yeah.
You're still young.
Thank you.
But from the time you entered library service, you graduated college, Wayne State.
Yep, correct.
And you got into the library business, and now you're director of a library. How has the library changed? Other than my biggest disappointment that the cards went away. You still use the Dewey Decimal System, but you do it on computers now. Ugh.
Yes, we do, which is so much easier.
What's been the biggest change?
Just the technology. The technology changes have been amazing, and we try to keep up with technology. I mean, AI is now a big thing. So just trying to stay on top of that trend.
Good luck.
Yeah. And just trying to keep up with the times, with what's going on, and making sure that we're, one step ahead so we can help those that come in looking for answers or how to figure out their new device or how to do something.
Is the demand for service as strong as it was 20 years ago?
Yep, just in different ways. Where it was more help finding books and material, now it is more research and help with devices and with downloading things onto, their Kindle that they just got for Christmas. And just a little different that way.
I don't know about you, but I'm dead set against me reading a book on my electronic device. If I want to read a book, I want paper in my hand.
Yep.
Is that a waning view?
Nope, there are a lot of people that feel the same way. They want that book, they want the smell, they want to hold it in their hands. But some people have come over to the dark side, to their Kindle. especially when it comes to traveling, because it's so much more compact and you can fit so many books in that little device.
Yeah, but if I'm traveling, I'm only going to read one book. I'm not going to spend all my time reading a book. That's why I'm traveling, you know.
Depends if you go to the beach.
Well, in my case, I love train travel. All my life I've ridden trains, and
very cool.
Last year's Ann Arbor to California and back, and so you get a couple of days on the train, and there's no place else to go. Perfect time to read a book.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. And audiobooks now, they're not making vehicles with CD players. So
It's true.
yeah, I was very sad when my vehicle no longer had that CD player.
Although almost all of them now adapt to Apple Play and Android Car. So if you download the book onto your phone, you can play it through your system. There's always a way today.
Yeah, and we have seen a huge increase in the amount of items that are downloaded on those databases.
Like the first audiobook I've ever purchased was last year at your big book sale, which we'll talk about.
Ah,
And it was a strange book for most people, but it's like an 11-disc set
wow.
of Prince Harry reading his Spare book.
Ah,
I have it sitting at home. I started, and I have the book too. I mean, I actually read the book, but I just thought it'd be interesting to hear him do it and how he inflects on certain things, you know.
that is my favorite way to listen to a book if it's a memoir and the person who wrote it is reading it.
Exactly.
I recommend that to everyone.
Because it gives it some legitimacy.
Yep, and they read it in the way that it should be told.
Well, and I'm a terrible writer. The reason I'm a terrible writer is because I think in the spoken word, not the written word. So when I write something, it's as I say it, as opposed to the way someone wants to read it.
Yep.
And, I often find memoirs can be stilted when you read them, you know. But a couple of them we had talked about because I had done some of your lunch series at the library, and one of them was Colin Powell's memoirs, and the other was Sully Sullenberg's.
Yep.
And I remember that one vividly. And Sullenberg had a way of telling the story. It was really, really easy to read. I mean, I blew through that book in a day, I think. You know, it was just, you sit down, some things capture you.
Yes.
You start them, you can't turn away. Others, it's like beating yourself over the head to go from page to page.
And it's
I don't
okay not.
bother.
It's okay not to finish a book. You can put it down and.
It's good after 2 pages. It's because I judge quickly. You either write the way I like it, or you don't. I forgot who it is now. One of the major authors. His books are written in short chapters, like 2 or 3 pages is a chapter. So you can finish a chapter and move on to the next. You know, they're really easy to follow, and I like that. You know, I find it daunting to sit down with a book and a chapter is 30 pages long. You know, when will I finish this thing? But, you know, we all learn different ways.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyhow, let's take a break, and we will come back. We're talking to Kirsten Wellness. She is the director of the Bay County Library System. When we come back, talk a little bit about some of the events coming up at the library.
For 60 years, West...
Some of the events you got coming up as soon as this week.
Yes. Well, our winter reading program is going on right now. The last day to turn in your reading logs is March 7th.
Whoa, time out.
Yeah.
What's a reading log, and why do I do it?
Well, you just log each hour of your reading up to 8 hours, and you can do that with a paper reading log that you can get at any of our branches, or you can do it through our app online. You can log that way, and then you go into a drawing for some fun prizes.
Aha!
Yeah, so kind of an incentive to read during these winter months. And then that brings us to the summer reading program, which will be June 8th to August 8th, and we have a super fun theme this year. Reading is dynamite. So everyone that signs up for the summer reading program gets one of those reusable bags that's colorful. I'm sure you saw the ones from last year out in the public, but those are really, really nice bags. And then every teen and child who finishes the reading program gets a free book. And then there are some other incentives as well along the way. And for adults, you get to put your name into a drawing for some fun prizes. So.
And Of course, this Thursday, if I were so inclined, I could simply go online and use all your services and visit all your branches. Not.
No, not this Thursday. We are getting a new circulation system, and we go live this Thursday, February 26th. So all the branches and the bookmobile will be off the road. All the branches are closed because that's our first go live date. Got to work through any issues that might arise, but we will be open to the public on Friday.
So a new circulation system, to me, says big database.
Yes.
How do you transfer all that?
Good question. Well, we are part of the Valley Library Consortium, which is several libraries in the area. So we are all updating, and they are the ones that are working with the new system, which is called Polaris. So people from there to transfer all of the data from our current system to the new one. So
somebody else is doing the work.
yes,
And it's
they are.
regional.
Yes, it is.
What, is there a White Pine district? What?
Yep, there is White Pine
I thought I'd heard that
Cooperative.
before.
Yep. We are not a part of that. We are part of the Valley Library Consortium.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So there's multiple consortiums.
Yes, and cooperatives. Yep. So, this Thursday you can do everything online. You can download books, but you just won't be able to come into any of the branches. But it's web-based, so it'll have a lot of more new fun features and should be better than our old system.
Okay, so I have to ask about one of my favorite things,
Yes.
and that is the huge book sale. And it's kind of a misnomer because it's a lot more than books, because I've bought lots of audio and video there.
Yeah.
Tell us about that sale in August. Actually, now July, August.
Yes, I know everyone always gets excited to hear the dates for our annual book sale. It will be July 30th to August 1st at the Bay County Civic Arena, where it has been the last several years.
So I have to ask, where in the world do you get those thousands of items every year?
We have a ton of donations, so people think of the library.
Yes.
Yep, when they donate items, when they're cleaning, doing their spring cleaning of their basements and that. So we do get a lot of donations. And then we do weed our collections as well. So some books are taken off the shelf to make room for new ones. And so that some of...
You can always tell those because they got the Dewey Decimal Number on them.
Yes, they do. And I know one new addition to the book sale were puzzles this past year.
Yes,
And those were
I
very
saw those.
popular. So we'll have a lot of puzzles again this year, as well as books.
And the dates?
July 30th to August 1st.
And tell me about the Friends of the Library and how important they are.
Oh my goodness, we just appreciate the Friends so much because they are the ones who organize that book sale. They go on a regular basis to sort all the books that are donated into the different areas that they'll go for the book sale. They also are the group that brings in our big authors twice a year, which on Tuesday, May 12th, 7 p.m., we have Jean Kwok, who will be at the State Theater. So we are very excited about that. She is a fiction writer with mystery thrillers, Asian American Pacific Island heritage, New York Times and international best-selling author. So you don't want to miss that. Totally
Cost?
free. Totally free of charge.
Free?
Totally
it's a favorite
free.
word with libraries.
Yes, yes. Yep, so we are excited for that.
And that happens twice a year?
Yes, and then the other author that we have coming in is Ariel Lawson on Tuesday, September 15th, 7 p.m., again at the State Theater. And she wrote The Frozen River, Codename Helene, and I Was Anastasia. She's more historical fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask, the Friends of the Library, they hold this book sale every year, 3 days. They raise a lot of money. What does that money go to? How do you use it?
Yes, that helps fund items like those book bags that we give out for the summer reading program, our newsletter, which is reformatted as of this year. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's now...
Pretty slick.
It is. It has 2 or 3 months worth of information in it, and also will include more information on our different services and programs that we have and different collections. So it helps to fund that. So things throughout the year at the library.
Things that are external to the budget.
Yes. Also, one of the big things that they've just done the past year or two is a comfort cabinet at each of the branches, where that is items where people can come in that they might need, like toothpaste, toothbrushes, women's products, things like that, that, it is a need in the community. And they have a place to come in and discreetly get those items. So, yep, every branch has one of those, thanks to the Friends.
All right, we'll take a break here and come back as we talk to Kirsten Wellnitz, Director of the Bay County Library System.
My name is Angie Guja. I've been an
This week's exclusive offer on RocketGrabPlus.com is brought to you by Applied Training Solutions located in the Midland Mall. We're giving you half off.
Hi, we're back with you. Kirsten Wellnitz with us in the studio, the Director of the Bay County Library System. So, what gets a young Freelander to decide she wants to go into library science? What was the draw?
Well, I went to Elma College and got my elementary education degree. Never taught, just kind of fell into the library world, got the job at Zoll Library, realized how much...
So you got the job before you went to library science?
Yes, yep. Got the job in the library first, realized how much I loved it, and knowing if I wanted to go further in the library world, I'd need to get my master's in library science. So, yep, the rest is history.
It's like taking two different worlds, though, isn't it? I mean, library science is... What do they teach in library science, other than the decimal Dewey system, Dewey Decimal System?
It depends, too, on the track that you're going into. If you want to be an archivist, or if you want to work in the school libraries, public libraries. So you kind of pick what track you want to go down, and they have different classes. I originally wanted to be a media specialist and work in the school, so it was a lot of things with children's literature, teen literature, things like that. So it just kind of depends on the track that you're
So you were already at Zoll, so you understood the system. So there weren't any real surprises when you came out of school, were there?
No. Definitely helped to have that real world experience on the job. Yeah, it's not just sitting and reading all day like some people think it is, working in a library. You deal with the general public, and you never know what question you might get asked that day.
You probably have very little time to read.
No, yeah, exactly. Especially on the job. Nope, that is not happening.
Yeah, well, I told you, I spent so much time researching.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm done, I don't want to read anymore, So when I go home, I'm doing something else.
Yep.
But I'm not a big TV watcher. I watch a little, but I don't watch a lot. But I build models and model ships and stuff like that. And
nice.
I think reading is, I would put it in this classification when it comes to reading books. I think we all need to be able to get away from whatever it is that stresses us in life and is routine. And when I work on my models, for example, my mind is clear.
Mm-hmm.
When I read a book, I'm engrossed in whatever it is. Forget the rest of the world's troubles.
Yep.
It's kind of an escape.
Yes, it is. We all need an escape every once in a while.
Yeah. So any other events? For example, what is Wednesdays with Walt? I asked you this.
Oh, yep. He is our IT person, so he has scheduled time that you can schedule with him if you have a question about your device or anything technology related. We also have technology pages at the Wirt Library that help with the computers, and they now have a Tech Tuesday where you can drop in, and if you have any specific technology questions, you're welcome to drop in for that. And I know we have some basic computer classes that we're starting back up again as well, so that you can come in a class setting, kind of learn together.
You still do the luncheons with the books?
Booked for lunch, that kind of changed around COVID times, and we kind of rebranded.
A lot of things did.
Yeah, it rebranded, and now it's called Evening Sessions. So on the third Wednesday of the month at 6 o'clock, we will have a presenter that presents on a different topic. It could be an author, it could be someone talking about, it could be anything really.
Well, the lunch when you could at least eat.
You could.
Provide dinner.
No, we do not, unfortunately. Unfortunately, no. So, yeah, we have programming for all ages. We have story times for babies, and we have things for all the way up through teens and